Hello, welcome back to Planner Apocalypse, where today we're going to be just doing a flip through of how I set up this Muji Visible-at-Once planner, I think it's called. I did a first look review of it on my channel, so I can link that in the cards and down below if you want to watch that. But basically I'm using this for health stuff, so just as like a health tracker. I'm using it in conjunction with a number of apps on my phone. I'm filming with my phone, so I can't really show you the apps, but some of those apps are Visible. It's an app for tracking chronic illness and chronic pain and stuff like that, which I do have. I have hypermobility spectrum disorder, which gives me a lot of pain issues, so I use that. I use a water tracker, I use a pee tracker, and what was it, the 𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓, which is I think the very first app I bought on Android ever back in 2013 or something. And that tracks my period, so yay. So the first thing is this pencil case. I got this on clearance from Muji. They no longer sell them. Inside are some stickers. This is a sleep score sticker that I designed myself. It is, I don't think I put it up in my shop because I didn't list it, but I will be putting it up in my shop. Originally, I had designed it for use with my Fitbit, but my Fitbit died, and so I no longer have that. These stickers here are from Plan So Cute on Etsy. They are printable stickers. And then these are from the Coffee Monsters Co. I've got meditation and brain fog and messy, anxious mind emojis, daily affirmations, sad, and workouts. So those are those. And then these ones I miscut. So they're a variety of AM and PM stickers. They kind of cut through the paper, but I keep them in a bag so that they don't get all misplaced and such. This is the Hobonichi pen of 2025. It came with my Hobonichi weeks, but I keep it in here just so I have a pen on hand. I basically have a pen for every planner I have. It's ridiculous. But anyway, this is from the 𝖍𝖎𝖓𝖓 on Etsy, which I can link their shop down below. It's just a really cute frog that's also farting and flying, and it says "Go easy on yourself." These are Opanchu Usagi stickers from Hobonichi. There's some emojis here. This is a sticker from a very cool sheet of stickers that came as a freebie. These are just rando stickers that came in a pack that my mom gave me. So mental health is just as important as physical health, and self-love is the best love, and you can do hard things. And then these ones are from Once More with Love. And I keep picking hairs off, and I'm sorry. But basically, this cool pencil case thing, you can flip it out like that and then not have it in the way when you're writing in here. I decided to do a washi dashboard for the first time, and I like how it turned out because I did have a whole washi tape set that went with each other, and then I put some random happy planner stickers in here that I was trying to use up my stuff. It has a lot of flip out pages. It took me a while to decide exactly how to use this thing, and I think it's still going to evolve as I use it. Just, you know, trying to decide exactly what I'm tracking. Originally, this was going to be my mood tracker, and see, I have sticky notes everywhere, but a mood tracker overview. The red lines here are period, so I'm trying to see how my mood stacks with my period and stuff like that, and just to see trends. And if people are wondering why I'm doing this kind of thing as well as all of the apps, it's because I want to see how all of these things interact with each other, because while you can mark that you're having your period in the Visible app, I'm not really sure what that really does exactly. So I'm just trying to figure out, God, there's so much hair, what kind of trends I'm experiencing personally. This is a bookmarky thing that I got from Hobonichi just to mark my page, because this planner doesn't have any string bookmarks or anything like that. So this is just to mark my page. But going to a free month, I put tabs on, by the way. Those are from printable tabs from Plan for Happy ? On Etsy. So going to a blank month, we have the calendar grid and we have this blank dot grid page. And then every page is split up into 2 dailies, and you can see that at the very end. Also, you get the list view of the calendar, so you can track different things here. There are these dots or whatever that you can divide this into 3 sections. Currently, I'm not tracking anything on this page, but some possibilities that I was thinking about are gratitude, even though I'm already tracking gratitude in my 𝖭6 You could do a line a day kind of diary. You can track your exercise or movement. You can divide it into 3 and then write your meals. But that's also not very full food tracking. If you have to have a food diary, this wouldn't be enough. You would be better off doing it on your daily section. I haven't gotten to the end of the month with this planner yet, so I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing with these spaces here at the end. So the 𝖍𝖎𝖓 app, you have a wearable that goes with it, and it constantly monitors your heart rate and a bunch of other things, and it calculates what they call the morning stability. You also get a number of pace points so that your heart rate goes toward using up your pace point budget so that you don't experience a crash, or it's less likely. It also takes your sleep score reported into consideration. The tracker that they use right now, it's not optimized for sleep tracking. So it's basically like, is your sleep awful, bad, fair, or good? That's basically it. Anyway, the morning stability is colored here on the grid calendar, and my pace points I've noted here. The red is where I've had my period, and then the evening check-in, you note down all of your symptoms and you score them. And originally I was thinking about using this page out here, but there's no way to write what they are, so I really needed a grid. The morning stuff is here, and then the evening check-in with my symptoms is here. I have a key back here because everything has its own score, so morning stability is 1 through 5. Symptoms are 0 through 3, so none, mild, moderate, and severe. You also have exertion for physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially, so none, a little, somewhat, a lot. That's like in the 𝖍𝖎𝖓 app. Sleep is a score of 1 through 4, so awful, bad, fair, good. And then later on, so this is December of last year. So where are we? We're in February right now, but so this is where we are now. And I've got water intake and stuff like that. So that's in the blue ink. And then once again, the red outline is for when I'm having my period. So it's really helpful to see it colored with a color code, because then I can see trends. So here's my period here. There are some days that I forgot to do the evening check-in. I didn't actually start using this until February. Here's like, oh, you can also maybe think of a self-care thing that you did that day. But I didn't start using this until February, so all of the dailies here are empty. I was thinking about going back and filling this stuff in, but I really don't want to prioritize that. I want to prioritize staying current and moving forward instead of letting my perfectionism take over. So let's see. So the 15th is the first day that I used it, and I just backfilled my morning stability score for the rest of February. And again, I'm already highlighting the date number with the color that represents the morning stability score. So we basically use traffic light lighting colors. So here we go. If you want the mild liners, we've got red is 1, orange is 2, yellow is 3. This kind of yellow green, I don't know what they're calling it, is 4. And then this regular green is 5. That's my rarest score for morning stability, but I do get that sometimes. The 𝖍𝖎𝖓 app does take into consideration what your baseline is. So for example, I'm never not in pain. So they try to just keep your baseline in mind when they're calculating your score. So if you're trending up, they're like, oh, maybe you want to take a little bit of a rest today. So also I use stickers because I have them and I like stickers and I want to use my things. So I'm basically still trying to figure out exactly how I'm using this. So I do want to have context for these things. So if I have something going on, I highlight it. So this is an event that happened. I went into the city to take my daughter to the doctor, and I had an incident where it's winter right now, right? We've had a lot of ice storms and stuff like that. And my car has this basket on top of it, and I haven't ever taken it off. And so now I'm actually considering doing that after what happened. But there was this sheet of ice that was under the basket that I couldn't get off. And I had, in the city, slowed down to stop at a red light, and half of the chunk of ice on top of my car slid down over my windshield, blocking the entire thing. And we really lucked out that we weren't in a lot of traffic or anything like that. So I was able to put on my hazard lights and stop the car. And my windshield wipers were able to eventually push off the entire block of ice. I got a huge anxiety attack from that, and we did a lot of walking. And so that was, I had a crash the next day just from all of this stuff. So I like to have context about events that happen. So in the 𝖍𝖎𝖓 app, you also track your exertion. I think I already said that. So physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Over here, there's looking at just a blank. There are these little dots here, so you can divide it into 3 parts. I obviously used it to divide like a sidebar. So I start off with what time I woke up, what mood I was in when I woke up. I have some health habits here, and I haven't done all of them. And then I have, at the end of the day, what mood am I in and what time did I go to bed. So I don't have anything to actually track my sleep right now except for the 𝖍𝖎𝖓 app, and it's like self-reporting. I never wake up feeling rested, so there's that as well. I can sleep anywhere from 8 to 12 hours and still never ever feel rested, and it is what it is. But I tried to see what happens when I say I sleep good. So I did end up getting a 5 on Sunday because I slept for a long time. So back here we do have some notes pages. Trigger warning, I am going to talk about weight loss here just for a few minutes. So if that is triggering to you, I'm going to put a stamp where you can just bypass that. But I'm using this log as, or this yearly overview spread as a weight log. I don't weigh myself every day because I think that's silly. You're not going to see anything in a day. So it's very sporadic, but I thought it would be a good place to put it. I haven't started working out yet, so I'm not really trying yet. And it's fluctuated a lot. As I mentioned already, there's a key here for symbols and scales and colors. I find personally that color coding things really helps me understand things at a glance. Like, I'm always a fan of the traffic light type code, and this is what they use in the 𝖍𝖎𝖓 app, so that helps as well. Also, keeping your scales smaller and easier to understand has helped me personally a lot. When I go to the doctors and you have that 1 through 10 pain scale and it's got the faces that are like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain or whatever. For me personally, I find that hard to place where I am. So the none, mild, moderate, and severe has been really helpful. So my baseline is 1, mild pain all the time. I did have a time where I was trending upward in my pain. And is moderate very broad? there's just this idea of what severe means to me and versus moderate. So I might need to come up with my own set of rules that define when I check off severe or moderate, but that's to be figured out at some point. So the health goals are based on the components of self-care from 𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖓 and her self-care planner. So we have social, meeting your social needs and setting boundaries; physical, actions that take care of your body and physical health; mental, so actions that benefit your overall mental health; emotional, expressing your emotions in healthy ways. So for this, I'm probably going to do journaling. So the health goals I'm trying to make into habits, and maybe not something gigantic. Digital, cultivating healthy online and social media habits. Professional, creating a healthy work and home life balance. I do work for myself, so that's kind of important when your work is at home. Personal, making time for your hobbies and interests. That's also important. Spiritual, tapping into what spiritually fulfills you. And then I didn't fill out these pages yet, obviously, but I put placeholder post-its. So we've got an inspiration vision board for health, physical goals as far as weight and stuff like that. What my plan of attack is for doing that, how am I going to do that? Before and after pictures with date and measurements. And that's all I have. That's all I figured out that I'm doing. And then again, this is from 𝖦𝖎𝖓𝖓𝖓, this bookmark thing. I expect that this will evolve over time, but like I said, I haven't gotten to the end of my first month yet, so I don't know how I'm going to be using these end of the month pages. And February has extra pages, so I feel like starting with extra is kind of going to be spoiling me, because then in March, I only get one page. March, I get one page, and then February, I get 3. So we're going to figure it out, and we are very nearly there. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I don't really know what else to possibly say about this, as far as, you know, it's a work in progress, and that's really about it. I really like it. I really like being in here. I think actually having something that makes me pay attention to my well-being, it has been helpful. Obviously, I've only done this for a week or 2, but I will hopefully do this every day and figure out exactly how I like using it. And that's it. That's all I have to say. If you have anything to say, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Till next time.